Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my Jay Bird. And this is game 61 of Battle of the Boxes. And remembering 1976 and the 1977 to bot 1400. No arrows, no assistance, no help of any kind to do this. And now that this game is, I don't even got no opening here, really. This bot, like I said, these lower bots have been working on my nerves, and now I just come right at it like full aggression. That's it. And you know what? And we did have games back in 77 like that where nothing seemed to make any sense and the board was all scattered and scrambled. So let's get down to it. I'm in black and e4, a6, e5. Now, I do use part of my opening thinking I'm going to do something else, but because of this, he went like this, changed my whole thinking. Obviously, I think I'm pushing this pawn. After e5, no, I went aggressive. That's right. And instead of for now, he did that. That's when I said, that's it. We're just going at it. We're going at it. Move for move. We're going after this thing. After d6, h5. I take e5, c4. He's trying to go for a quick checkmate. Nope. g6. Takes e5. I move the knight up because this bishop's going to come up. What has he got? He's got white pieces. No good. After f6, d3, g7, f4. I move that up to save the pawn. c6. He goes here. Check this out. Here's what I do. I don't just take it. No. You either take this or else c7. After c7, d7 I went. He takes d7. Fine. What do I use? The knight. Because, I always like to put my knights over like this. So I take with d7. He goes c7. I castle. And I like it. He just likes to make a mess of everything. After castle, h3. Threaten e8. a5. b6. Now just push my pieces. Look how this works. It all works against him now. After b6, c3. e5. b3. c7. Look how I can get my pieces out. That's no problem. He takes. I take. What do you got? After c7, he threatens f4. I go d7. What do you got? What can you take? Nothing. After d7, he takes g7. I take g7. c4. Push the pawn up. b5. b3. c5. Keep threatening. Where's he going to go? Here, I'll take. He can't go here. He can't go here. He can't go here. He can't. Well, he could take it, but then he's going to lose it. Nope. After c5, d4. I take it. b3. Takes b3. b7. He goes g3. c5. Push this up. Look at this. After c5, h2. Take that pawn, d4. c2. Rookie over c8. h4. Even though it seems like, well, I'm not developed too much, but he's less developed because look where his king is. This is split open. Look how nice and tug I am here. And he's got his pieces in a corner like this. Huh. And how many big pieces we got? 3, 4, 4. All right, looks like we're even here. I got 3, 6, 7 pawns. He's got 6. All right. After h4, I go e4. I'm ready to trade this thing down, I think. He goes c1. No. Normally, I would just go after this and just go really crazy, but I didn't. d5. He goes d2. I move up. I figured, okay, I'll take, and I got 2 passed pawns down the center. And this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to fight with these 2 pawns down the center. You see? I'm learning, picking this up along the way, too. I see it in my blitz games, and I see it in programs. After f5, h3. I go b4. And look at this. We're trying to, after b4, he takes c8. I take c8. And now I hold this lane here. What's he got? What's he going to do after c8? He takes e4. I take e4. Now I got two nice passed pawns here. Can I guide him in? Now look. Now I took this. Look, I didn't have to take it. I could have went check and just went for his rook. But I didn't want the two knights. So I took it this way. That's why I took it this way. It was my choice. Now he should be getting his rook out. But guess what? It's bad news. He can go here. He can't go here. My rook's here. Or he could go here, which you would think he'd defend, and then I'd probably push this pawn. Then my rook is going to end up coming down here. If he pushed, then this knight would go up. If he run his knight over, then I run my rook here, check, and then we'd have to trade, and then he'd have to deal with these two passed pawns. But let's see, after e4, he goes here. And I still didn't do the fork. After g5, I pushed the pawn. The fork still remains. Now he's got to check. I would go this way and then walk this king up this way and eat him up. But this rook is deadly back here. It's going to take too much long to get his king up in here, to get in here. With this knight, let's see what happens after d3. He pushes this pawn. Now I fork him, which didn't make any sense. He should have just went here anyway, but then I would have took his pawn. If he would have went here or here, I would have took the pawn anyway, and if he would have ran back, then I would have run the rook here because my knight's protecting it. Then it was checked, and then I'd have the pawn and the knight here, maybe side over, and then I come back and take that pawn, or come back here either way. So after c2, f2. So this is understandable why the program went this way, because it's not good over here either. He's going to start losing his pieces, and then I'm going to force a trade either way. And then I'd have my knight down here, be dancing around with a knight and a couple pawns and the king running up this way. So after f2, I take a1. He takes e4. Check. He goes e3. Now I just clean up pawns. b2. b3 takes. b3 takes. e2. Takes a3. c5. a5, save the pawn, g4, run back over, h3, f5, takes f5, takes f5, takes h4, b7, no, save the pawn, a4, d3, f6, c5, takes f5, e3, b3, takes b3, and now it's just game over, takes b3, d2, h3, c1, whoops, after c1, b4, b1, h2, a1, a2, b1, h5, and now c1, you just run that pawn down, h4, comes over, slide the rook back over, after b1, h3, oh, you can't do it anyway, there's a pawn protecting it, okay, c1, h2, d1, queenie, and that's game. Let's go back to that one point real quick. Let's say, all right, let's say he didn't do that. Let's say he come over here to threaten this. It don't matter. Then I go like this. All right, what's going to happen here? Seriously, I mean, okay, if I did that, what, move the king up here? Maybe a check. But then, no, or you'd have to think about this. Move the knight back here. So he can't have this space. You'd have to start thinking. If he did that, see, things get complicated now. Instead of moving that knight. Now you'd have to think about how you want to do this. You just can't jump in. Well, you could just say, check. No, you don't want to do that. No, you just can't do it that way. So it'd be his move. Yeah, but see if he does this, and we go like this, and let's say he goes like this, something crazy, and then we just trade off pieces. He go like this, he go like this. Okay, but wait, no, take it back. Let's say he would just threaten. He'd take, it's my move. All right, well, so I would do that anyway, and then he would go, and still, and then I would give up this knight for the rook if he does it that way, or then he might want to do it this way. Wait on that, but see, but then look at this. See, and that's why the program did what it did. That's what I believe. I really think so. This one's more understandable why the program did what it did, because it's more complicated down there than you think. But the game went like this. This is like crazy. Oh, I got to play this 1400 bot. And this is the way blindfold blitz games are. My blitz games, 3-minute blitzes online. They get crazy like this. These guys move these pieces in a way that just drives you crazy. But this is how the game went. And you just follow through. And once you got them in the back rank, that's it. All right, game's over. Thanks for stopping by, and we're going to have some more Battle of the Boxes.